With the current focus on playing out from a back at football's highest level, for many teams a defender's ability on the ball appears to be even more important than his ability to win it back. As a result, it's not exactly a surprise that Josko Gvardiol is getting linked with so many different teams. RB Leipzig snapped him up after just 13 senior games in the Croatian league. Now the likes of Chelsea, Manchester City and Barcelona are said to be readying a move for him. So what is it about Gvardiol that is attracting so much interest? First of all, there is how little disconnect Gvardiol seems to show between attacking and defending. For most players, even those who are good on the ball, they will primarily focus on that first act of winning the ball, and only once they've won it will they then look to control it and get their head up. Just getting the ball in the first place is the important part, and moving it on is only really thought about once that first part is done. One of the most impressive things about Gvardiol is that he is immediately on the attack as soon as he wins the ball. There doesn't appear to be that second of switching from defensive to attacking mode in his head. He's immediately got his head up and taking a good first touch into space. This is very useful for counter-attacking, as it allows Gvardiol's team to immediately get on the attack, but also makes him resistant to counter-pressing. That second or so most players need after winning the ball to control it and get their bearings is the perfect time to pressure them, but by taking that good first touch and being aware of his surroundings, Gvardiol puts himself in a position to avoid this pressure. Gvardiol is generally very comfortable under pressure. Despite possessing the tall and relatively bulky frame needed for a centre-back, he has very good close control and neat feet that allow him to push forward on the ball or avoid pressure. A lot of his work to escape an opponent's press is done by shaping to play one way, allowing the opponent to get close, then cutting back in the other direction with a touch, sending his opponent one way while he escapes into space on the other side. Here, for example, Gvardiol is facing forward. Then he shapes as if he's going to pass inside, drawing the opponent in that direction while also allowing him to get close. But then he cuts across himself with his touch and goes down the outside. He doesn't entirely rely on this trick though. Here, for instance, we see him receive the ball and shape to pass wide, but his opponent doesn't bite the dummy, allowing him to get very close without that space to escape into. Despite his fairly big frame, Gvardiol is able to adjust his feet and turn his body quickly to protect the ball and offload it, restarting play. Gvardiol frequently looks comfortable under pressure even when he's been served a poor pass. Here, for example, he receives a pass that's behind him, requiring him to stretch to reach it. Even in this situation, he doesn't simply focus on getting the ball under control though. Instead, he takes a touch out of his feet into space, allowing him to dribble out from the back. Many players would have simply looked to control the ball, getting it caught in their feet with an attacker close by looking to pounce, but Gvardiol made sure to get it out of his feet. Here, Gvardiol again receives a pass behind him, requiring him to receive it facing backwards rather than with an open body shape. That doesn't matter though. Gvardiol instead backheels the ball down the line and keeps Leipzig moving forward. In a similar situation, Gvardiol is looking to receive an aerial ball under pressure out on the flank. With aerial balls hard to control and an opponent pressing him, Gvardiol's body shape indicates he is simply looking to control and protect the ball, rather than keeping an open body shape to play it forward. That doesn't matter either though. Gvardiol again backheels the ball to a teammate down the line. If the opposition choose not to press him, then he is given the time and freedom to pick out passes, whether lofting a ball over the top or poking a through ball in behind. Gvardiol is regularly able to pick out inch-perfect, flawlessly weighted passes into his teammates. As well as picking out good technical passes, he can also choose intelligent ones. Here, for example, he has time and space to play with. He wants to pass into his teammate in attack, but the pass is cut off by an opponent, and his teammate is watched closely by another. So Gvardiol instead shapes the pass into a different teammate, causing both opponents to move towards him, which opens up the pass into that other teammate. If one of these passes isn't on, however, he has the range to switch play out to the other flank with a long pass, changing the angle of attack. Gvardiol isn't perfect in possession. He can often be overconfident when dribbling, causing him to give the ball away, or try to force attacking passes when he could be more patient, keeping possession. Yet he is clearly immensely talented with the ball at his feet. There is a reason why the 20-year-old will probably turn up at a top club sooner rather than later. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to support the channel. You can get updates on what I'm doing by following on Twitter and Facebook, links are in the description, but most importantly by supporting Holding Midfield on Patreon. Without financial support, I can't justify the time it goes into making these videos to keep the channel alive while also receiving access to premium content. Thanks for watching.